I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to defend our unity and uphold our honor and glory. So help me God. Almighty God, creator and ruler of heaven and earth, we beseech thee to inspire and guide all our counsels and actions, so that we may always walk in the path of justice, love, and charity to one another. Help us with thy grace to do only those things that will promote the unity, peace, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria. Honorable colleagues, I have examined and approved the second votes and proceedings of Tuesday, 20th February 2025. Honorable colleagues, it's my privilege to announce the presence of students of J. Zika Premier Academy who are here, who are coming from Second Gate Apo New Site, FCT Abuja. Can you please rise for recognition? Please, can we appreciate their presence here? We also have students coming from Glorious Zeal Academy, from King Avenue at Duambui layout behind Northeast Estate Block, back of City College, Olkaru, Abuja. Can we appreciate their presence, please, honorable colleagues? You may sit down. Again, we have students coming from Prosperity International Academy. Please, can we appreciate them? Please, you may sit down. The last but not the least, students coming from New Ideas Montessori Academy. You are welcome. Please, can we appreciate them? Please sit down. Any member with a petition? Any petition? Honorable Victor.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues. Honorable Victor Afamogene is my name. I speak for and on behalf of the people of Obaru Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to bring to your attention a petition addressed to your good self through my office by the people of Atani Town Union, Atani's headquarters of Obaru local government. They are complaining about the poor treatment against their community, which is one of the host communities of the Federal Polytechnic, Oko, Anambra State. Their complaints range from several years of casualization of staff and several other anomalies. And their prayer, dear Speaker, is that this Honorable House invite the management of Federal Polytechnic, Oko, to redress these several anomalies in a letter signed by President General of the community, Honorable Arinze Nzeli, and 3 others. Mr. Speaker, with your kind leave, I seek to lay this petition.
Please go ahead. Any more petitions? Yes, Dr. Billy.
Thank you, the speaking speaker. My honorable colleagues, I remain Honorable Chief Dr. Billy Famous Adesuwa Osawaru. I represent the good people of Oremo Nwode Federal Constituency of Edo State, a very proud Benin chief. Mr. Speaker, this is from Obasi Fasin's Health Foundation. This is a petition against the Honorable Minister of Labor and Productivity for his failure to inaugurate the board of the National Social Insurance Trust Fund, otherwise known as NSIF. Mr. Speaker, this was ably signed by Obasi Mafasin Chukuma, who is the chairman. Among the prayers, Mr. Speaker, is urging the committee or the House to please investigate the serious allegation of the contravention of the NIDA Act by the management of NSIF. Mr. Speaker, I seek the leave of Mr. Speaker and the House to lay this petition.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any more petitions? All petitions are referred to the Committee on Public Petitions for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, we have some motions that are considered or proposed by members to be of urgent public importance. And I will start from the one coming from Honorable Tolulupe Akande Shadipe. Honorable Shadipe, can you rise and move your motion?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you for allowing me to stand under Order 8 Rule 5. Matter of urgent public importance. I'm Honorable Tolulope Akande Shadipe and I represent Oluyole Federal Constituency in Oyo State. The House notes with grave concern the escalating security and agricultural
Hold on, Honorable Shadipe. You didn't get the blessing of the House.
Apologies. Yes. My motion is on the need to avert further loss of lives, humanitarian and food security crisis as a result of invasion of farmlands by armed herdsmen in Oluyole Federal Constituency in Oyo State.
So, what next?
So may I now move for the suspension of Order 8 Rule 5?
To
enable me present my motion of public urgent importance.
is just one request or two? That is urgent and what?
And any other relevant matters. Rules of the House.
Any seconder to the first leg, Honorable Uduak.
Thank you, our performing speaker. Thank you, leadership. Honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Uduak Alfonso Sodudo. I represent the people of Ikot Abasin, Pateni, and East Nabolo Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to second that motion. So second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is it. The second leg of the motion, Honorable Fatima Talba.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Fatima Talba. I rise to second leg of the motion, ably moved by my dear sister. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is it. Honorable Shadipe, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Tolulope Akande Shadipe again, and I represent Oluyole Federal Constituency. May I proceed, sir? The House notes with grave concern the escalating security and agricultural crisis in Ogumaki, Gambari Reserve, and surrounding communities within the Oluyole Federal Constituency of your state due to the invasion of farmlands by armed herdsmen. Also notes that the herdsmen have been destroying farm produce, intimidating local farmers, and using weapons such as guns and cutlasses to instill fear, thereby jeopardizing the livelihood of farmers, excavating the economic crisis and food insecurity of the region. Further note that despite multiple reports to law enforcement agencies, no decisive action has been taken to address the situation, leaving farmers vulnerable and unprotected. Aware that the failure to act swiftly has emboldened the perpetrators, leading to increased attacks, destruction of crops, and threats to lives and property, with the risk of further escalation if immediate action is not taken. Recall the resolution of the Igongon crisis in 2021, where decisive steps were taken to address similar issues, including the enforcement of anti-open grazing laws and the deployment of security forces to restore peace and protect farmers. Concerned that the continued inaction by security agencies and relevant authorities could lead to a breakdown of law and order, further displacement of farmers, and a severe impact on agricultural productivity, which is critical to the economic sustainability of the region and the nation at large. Cognizant of the constitutional duty of the government to protect the lives and property of citizens as enshrined in Section 14(2)b of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended, which states that the security and welfare of the people shall be the primary purpose of government. Also cognizant of the provisions of the Oyo State Anti-Open Grazing Law 2021, which prohibits open grazing and mandates the regulation of livestock movement to prevent conflicts between herders and farmers. Resolves to urge the federal government to take immediate and decisive steps to address the security and agricultural crisis in Ogumaki, Gambari Reserve, and the environs. Mandate the Inspector General of Police and the Director General of the Department of State Services to investigate the reported cases of intimidation, destruction of farmlands, use of weapons by herdsmen in the area, and ensure the arrest and prosecution of perpetrators to serve as a deterrent to others. Call on the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, and Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development to provide immediate relief materials and support to affected farmers and communities to mitigate the impact of crises on their livelihoods, enable them to recover from losses incurred, and resume agricultural activities. Mandate the relevant committees on agriculture, humanitarian, security, and interior to conduct an on-the-spot assessment of the situation in Ogumaki, Gambari Reserve, and environs. Engage with relevant stakeholders, including the Oyo State government, security agencies, and community leaders to develop a sustainable solution to the crisis. Mr. Speaker. Thank you. I so move.
Any seconder? Honorable Badao? Because I'm sure most of those Fulanis coming are from Kano. So second.
Thank you for the recognition, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague. My name is Badao Ahmed Yusuf. I represent Shannon Ogwefere constituency. I'm from Kano State. I stand to second the motion heavily raised by my honorable colleague, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleague, as well second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the committees on agricultural services, humanitarian, Committee on Interior, and NEMA for further legislative action. The next motion is coming from Honorable Engineer. It's coming from Honorable Namdi Izechi. If Honorable Izechi is around, please can you rise and move your motion?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, Nnamdi Zechi is my name, and I represent Ndokwa Okwani Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Delta State. I rise here this morning, coming under Order 8, Rule 5, to present this motion of urgent public importance titled urgent need to address the killing of a vigilante member, Mr. Ogonegbu Chukwunazom, by alleged herders in Obiarogo, Okwane local government area of Delta State. By herders. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Any seconder to the first leg? Honorable Page, you want to second?
Mr. Speaker, I cannot second the motion because it cannot be every killing that happens that everywhere that people will say is hardest. We cannot be.
Pardon?
He's been a judge in his own case.
Oh, really?
Yes, so I cannot second the motion, Mr. Speaker. If I'm against the motion.
So let's get somebody who is friendly to the motion. Any seconder to the first leg? Honorable Ifeanyi?
My dear Speaker, my name is Honorable Ambassador Peter Ifeanyi Uzokwe, and as usual, I speak for the good people of Nnewi North, the Japanese capital of Nigeria, Nnewi South, and the Ekusigo Federal Constituency. I rise this morning to second the motion ably raised by my colleagues, Honorable Nnamdi Ezechi. I so support.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Second leg of the motion. Any seconder to the second leg? Honorable Jallo.
Speaker, my colleagues, I'm Hussaini Mohammed Jallo, representing Igbo Federal Constituency of Kaduna State. I hereby second the motion available by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Ezechi, please proceed and present your motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, Your Excellency, honorable colleagues. Nnamdi Ezechi is my name, and I represent Ndokwu Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Delta State. I stand before you this morning to present this heartbreaking motion of urgent public importance titled Urgent Need to Address the Killing of a Vigilante Member, Mr. Ogonegbu Chukwunam Nazuba, alleged elders in Obiaruku, Okwani local government area of Delta State, and the escalation